For an appropriate use of the book Reading Power 2, we are going to give you some suggestions. For example, in part number 1 about extensive reading, here we have new vocabulary in your reading, fiction and non-fiction, and books. In Unit 1, new vocabulary in your reading, here we have some suggestions. For example, don't stop to look up many new words in the dictionary. If you stop often for new words, you will read slowly and forget the story. Another suggestion is that try to use the other words and sentences in the story to help you guess the general meaning of words. For example, Susan and Sam are different in many ways. Susan is tall and thin. Sam is short and Susan has blonde hair and blue eyes. Sam has dark hair and the answer is Susan and Sam are different in many ways. Susan is tall and thin. Sam is short and fat. Susan has blonde hair and blue eyes. Sam has dark hair and brown eyes. Unit 2, Fiction and Non-Fiction. Fiction is fictional stories or books that are about people and events that are not real. Fiction often includes a message, an idea, or opinion about life in general. For example, realistic stories about people and place today or about people and place in the past. Fantastic stories about unreal worlds or about our worlds in the future. For example, non-fiction. Non-fiction is about real people, places, or things. For example, stories, science, psychology, travel, nature, a person biography, or other real-life subjects. The writer gives facts and information that he or she says are true. Unit number 3, Books. It's very important to choose the right book for extensive reading. Reading Power 2, for example, here suggests several kinds of books for our reading. For example, for fiction readers, Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. For non-fiction readers, here we have Extreme Sport by Michael Dean and Nelson Mandela by Colin Degman. In the part number 2 about vocabulary building, in the unit number 1, talk about guidelines for learning vocabulary. To become a better reader, you need to learn more vocabulary. It's important to make good use of the dictionary, to learn the pronunciation, spelling, and part of speech of new words. Here we have the example in the picture. And point number 2, to learn the different meaning and how to use the word. For example, how we are going to difference between noun, verb, adjectives, adverb. And also it's important to use a vocabulary notebook and study cards to help you learn and review new words. Unit 2, Learning new words from your reading. You will find many new words when you are reading. You can learn all of them. There are too many. You need to decide which word to learn. For example, choosing word to learn. Learn the words that are used most often. Learn the words that will be used for you. For example, read the passage to the end. Don't stop to look up new words. Read the passage again and underline the new words. Look for the new words in the appendix on page 293. If you find a word on the list, circle it in the passage. Look up all the circled words in the dictionary, then write them in your vocabulary notebook, reducing stress. Everyday life can be full of stress. There are many possible causes: work or family problems, exam at school, traffic, or noise. This stress can have many bad effects on your body and mind. It can make you unhappy and even ill. Here we have some words underlined: stress, traffic, effects, body, and mind.
Unit 3. Guessing meaning from context. What is context? It is the sentence or sentence around a word. From the context, you can learn a lot about a word. You can learn the part of speech. You can often understand the general meaning. For example, complete a sentence with a word from the box. Neighbor, shoe, near, remember, pretty, watch. And the sentence is: last week was Henry's birthday. He was 21 years old. His mother made him a chocolate cake, and his girlfriend bought him a new watch. Part of a speech or missing word is noun. Explanation. Only a noun can follow the words bought him a new. The nouns in the box are neighbor, shoe, and watch. You need to choose a word that means something you might buy for a birthday present. You can buy a neighbor, and you can buy only one shoe. The best answer is what? In the context, you might find information about the word, a word that has a similar meaning, a word that has the opposite meaning, for example, long, short, new, old. You will find the following parts of speech: noun, verb, adjective, or adverb. Guessing the meaning of phrases. Phrases are groups or words that work together. The phrases work just like single words in the sentence. Think about the part of a speech the same way you do for a single word. For example, I found out that the train leaves at 9 o'clock. Part of a speech, verb, general meaning, learned. Unit 4. Word parts. Words are often made of different parts. If you know the meaning of the sum of the parts, you can better understand the meaning of the whole word. The root is the most important part of the word. Example, pleasant. A prefix is a part added before the root. Example, am plus pleasant equal unpleasant. A suffix is a part added after the root. Example, pleasant plus ly equal pleasant. Word families. A word family is a group of words with the same root. They all belong to the same family of meaning, but they are different parts of speech. Example, wonder can be noun and verb. Wonderful adjective, wonderfully adverb. The same word form can sometimes be more than one part of speech. For example, wonder can be noun and verb. Some word families have more than one adjective or noun form. Each form has a different meaning. For example, useful, useless are adjectives. You may not find all the parts of speech in every word family. Unit 5. How words are used together. People often use certain words together in phrases. When you are reading, you will understand better if you can recognize common phrases quickly. Common types of phrases: verb plus adjective plus noun. For example, do you know how to ride a horse? Verb plus adjective or adverb. He got sick last weekend. Adjective plus noun. Example. Every morning I drink a cup of strong tea. Noun plus preposition plus noun. Would you like a glass of water? Phrasal verb plus preposition. Example. He put off doing his homework until Sunday evening. Prepositional phrase. At the top of the hill there was a nice view. Adverbial phrase. It rained day after day. Unit 6. How words work in sentences. Understanding a sentence means more than just knowing the words in a sentence. You also need to be able to find key parts of sentence, understand the reference of pronouns, recognize words and phrases that refer to the same thing. Key parts of sentence. The key parts of a sentence. The key parts of a sentence are the subjects and the verb. The subject tells who or what the sentence is about. The verb tells what the subject does in the past, present, or future. For example, the student is subject, when is verb. A popular new singer is subject, was is verb. Her name is subject, was verb. Their subject were verb. She subject can sing verb. She subject likes verb. She subject doesn't like verb. Pronouns. Pronouns are small but important words. They are often important in the meaning of sentences. Personal pronouns and possessive adjectives. Subject pronouns I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Object pronouns me, you, him, her, it, use, them. Possessive adjectives my, your, his, her, its, or they. A personal pronoun takes the place of a noun or noun phrase. Demonstrative pronouns. This word can take place of a phrase or an idea. Demonstrative pronouns. Singular, this, that. Plural, this, those. Demonstrative adjective. Singular, this book, that van. Plural, these people, those chairs. Sometimes they are used like adjectives together with nouns. For example, you can see hundreds of them is replaced by this. Relative pronouns. Relative pronouns connect several ideas in one sentence. The pronoun takes place of a noun or an idea already mentioned in the sentence. Synonyms. A synonym is a word or phrase that has the same or similar meaning as another word or phrase. Writers often use synonyms in order not to repeat words. For example, the people at the concert were mostly teenagers. These young people were happy to hear their favorite singer. Writers can also use words or phrases that have a similar meaning but are more specific or more general. For example, general animal and specific Siamese or my cat Lulu. General business store, specific supermarket, just market. Conclusion. In these two parts, we have learned to know the different types of books, report speech, guessing the meaning of word and phrase, parts of sentence, pronouns and relative pronouns. Reading Power 2 is a book that helps you develop reading skills and make reading a habit in use. Reading allows to have more knowledge or information and to be shared with other people. Thanks for your attention. The following week, we continue with part 3 and 4. Conclusion.